In the meantime, of course, there's lots of weather problems today. We had Storm Dudley, now we've got Storm Eunice causing disruption in some respects across the country, but thousands of people are without power in the south of Ireland. British Airways have cancelled flights across the UK. Schools have been closed in Scotland.
Yeah. Now, we've got reporters out and about everywhere. Our reporters are in Northumberland, Derbyshire and Northern Ireland right now. So let's see if we can cross live to Rachel Sweeney, who's our North East of England reporter. She's in Morpeth. We've got them all there, as you can see. Let's go to you, Rachel, if you can hear us first. What's the latest there? How are things?
Well, it's just been one storm after the other here in Northumberland. The whole of the northeast of England has been battered 5 times now in 4 months with these storms. And the difference between this region compared to the rest of the UK is that we are constantly playing catch up. It is so difficult, so difficult to catch up with the clean-up operation.
Yeah, it is going to... I mean, this is the problem, isn't it, Rachel, that, you know, it's whatever happens in the immediate term, it's then clearing up afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, there's still the storm Arwen hit the farming industry, especially back in November. Joining me now is a farmer from Morpeth in High Laws Farm. This is David Renton. You've lived here all your life. Your family have had this farm for 60 years. Have you ever known anything like this constant battering of storm damage?
No, to be fair, you know, we've had a few bad storms over the years, but nothing like we've had this last 6 months, if not more. Yeah, I've never witnessed anything like it, the devastation that it caused. You know, when we went to bed that night, you could hear the rattling and the crackling and the crashing of trees coming down. I went out for a bit, did a bit tree clearing, but then it was unsafe to be out there, to be honest. So came back in and just thought, well, we're just going to have to see what things like are in the morning. It was just too dangerous to be out there.
It's like playing catch up, isn't it? Because every time we just start to get back on our feet, there's another storm here.
Yeah, we seem to be, you know, we've been having to repair fences, you know, where trees have came down, they've ripped up fences, walls, you know, you just seem to get that done, and then, you know, the next one comes and there's more trees down, more fences down, roofs off sheds, cattle sheds. Some of the modern structures, they've been fine, but some of the older style farm buildings, they've taken a hammering and they have, slates off here, there and everywhere. Devastation, really. A lot of hard work to be done to restoration for putting it back to how it needs to be.
And how's this affected business?
Business, yeah, well, it's more cost, you know, for all, you know, we're insured. It's still the inconvenience of, you know, rain getting into sheds where it doesn't need to be in. There's crops, you know, that's in sheds, have to be written off because the rain damaged it, you know, because it was such a wet night as well. It wasn't just wind, it was rain. There were some parts of this northeast had snow, which was devastating as well. So yeah, it was, and I think the rain loosened all the structure around the trees, and that, you know, that's why there were so many came down. So yeah.
Speaking of snow, there's quite a lot of snow in Towlaw area of County Durham. We'll be heading there next, and we'll keep you posted throughout the day here on GB News.
Lovely stuff, Rachel. Thank you. There's some lovely girls behind you as well.
You never think of that, the farmers having to bring all the animals in.
Oh.
That must be quite a task in itself. And then worrying about the farm buildings. OK, shall we now cross to our West Midlands reporter, Will Hollis, who is in Willington. Hello there, Will. How is the region there being affected?
Good morning. Yes, from the East Midlands, Derbyshire, Willington, small town just on the edge of the River Trent, where the Environment Agency have been watching very closely the water levels here. Just to give you a bit of an idea of what's going on around the country, there's 10 severe flood warnings, around 30 flood warnings, the lesser one, and then around 90 to 100 flood alerts. This area here in Willington, just on the edge of the River Trent, is where there's high water levels. There is one of those lesser flood alerts, but the Environment Agency is recommending that people stay away from areas like this and do be very careful if they are going to go around these sort of public footpaths where they might be out and about in the open. They're saying that you should be prepared whenever there is a flood alert, whether that's your area here by the River Trent or in other parts of the East Midlands by the River Soar, where there's also a similar flood alert. Around the country, the real worry for the Environment Agency is the River Severn estuary, where they are seeing those severe flood warnings. You can see kind of around here, around the River Trent, there is some groundwater. It's not at those levels where it would cause any sort of concern for maybe the people that live in Willington. But you can just see from the River Trent behind me where the levels are quite high. You'd be very surprised that 10, 20 minutes ago, it was actually really clear, bright blue skies. But the winds up to 80 miles per hour are really bringing this storm in. And over the next few hours, people in Derbyshire here in the East Midlands, as well as around the rest of the country where there's that amber warning, are going to be looking out for how the storm is going to change their day.
OK, Will, thank you. Let's head to Northern Ireland. Doogie's there for us. I mean, there are real concerns about, not only the conditions, but power outages as well, Doogie, in Northern Ireland and the island of Ireland.
I'm not sure if Doogie's heard us there.
No, we've lost
Doesn't
him,
look
I
as
think.
though the storms have hit there yet at all, does it? Doogie, hello, can you hear us? We'll try once more. No, he's wondering why we're not speaking to him.
Yeah, no, he's gone. But so there's certainly been some outages in Ireland, which is causing a lot of concern. And real concern here as well that actually some power lines and things could well come down over the next few hours, so that's going to cause even more problems.
And we had a reporter out earlier in the programme by the Severn Estuary there, and it looked very, very blowy there. Really quite... it was sort of heating up, wasn't it? It was looking really bad. If you live in that area, let us know how it is for you. Are you staying indoors? And what are you doing at the moment? How have you managed to get out of a day at work? Have you taken that decision? Or are you going to try getting into work today? The official warning is don't. If you don't have to, please don't. It's not worth it.
Yeah, don't risk it. I have to be perfectly honest with you. I'm dreading the drive
Driving home.
Dreading it. But anyway, we shall see how we go.